What's good, guys? LM7 here, back with the final set from the 2016 summer line. It is the only exclusive in the wave, the Rebel Combat Frigate. So before I get into some more details, let's just show off the lovely box. So, ages 9 to 14, 75, 158. So it is the set right after the ATTE, if you didn't even know this was a real set. 936 pieces and is $109.99. Disney logo. This is from Star Wars Rebels Season 2. We have 2 new minifigures and still rocking the Kylo Ren logo. It's hard to show, but you take my word for it. And then we have our lovely features that I will get into, and a different look at the ship on the box. Okay, so first things first. This set cannot be bought at a Lego brand store because of Lego's new little policy that exclusives are only going to certain stores. This one is only available at Toys R Us. You can buy it online at Lego's website, but don't go to a store expecting to find it. Because I went there on August 1st, and they didn't have it. Now, the second thing I want to say is I apologize. This is 8 days late. I wanted to get it done, but there was some other stuff I needed to do before I could get this set reviewed. I apologize for that. I have had it since the day it came out. Anyway, here's our instruction booklet. It's a pretty large instruction booklet, to be fair. Well, I'm looking for the page. Actually, I'll just show it while I talk. So, 137 pages, so it's a pretty long build. So, you know, unless you want to take a break, expect a decent length time building this set. I mean, it does have almost 1,000 pieces, so. So this is the Pelta class frigate, obviously retrofitted for the Rebels use, making it more of an offensive type frigate. But we do remember this ship from the Clone Wars, and a lot of people wanted to see it made from the Clone Wars, but we just had to wait a little longer, and eventually we did pick one up. I think that's pretty cool. I've been wanting this ship for a while now. But let's get on to our lovely minifigures that we can't even see, because the ship actually covers it up. So, if I can focus, that'd be cool. There we go. Alright. So our first minifigure is Captain Sato. I think he's a captain, right? No, he's actually a commander. Excuse me. Sorry, I don't have the ability to watch Rebels, so I haven't actually seen the ship in the show. So I apologize for that. He is a commander of this vessel. But anyway, he is one of 2 new minifigures. While it is a new face, it's pretty standard. His skin is a little different color than a regular average minifigure. But I do like the suit that they have him in. The orange, the brown orange is very nice, and along with the tan hands. He does not, oh he does. It's been a while since I've looked at this set, but he does have a second face. You can see it's a more agitated and confused than the other side, which is more like, I'm doing my job. Anyway, that's him. So then, I think for the third time, we have our good boy, Agent Callus. Still rocking the same stuff. I do really like his helmet. I think I mentioned that in every time, but like his helmet, his gun is still weird. I'm going to say that every time, too. I know it doesn't look anything like it does in the show. I actually looked it up, so I know what they're trying to reference. They just don't pull it off very well, I would say. But I like his Imperial stuff that they have on his chest. And without his helmet, you can see his sideburns. So here's his like anger face, and then here's kind of like his evil grin smirk face. But he is not new. Then we have Ezra. Yet again, nothing new about Ezra either. I do like the asymmetrical pants that he is wearing. And then I like that you can tell he's wearing a different kind of jacket. Like, he's got the same kind of suit as Commander Sato, but, it's the same color. But he also has his own personal jacket over it, which is pretty nice. You can see a logo on the back. So he's got his confused face. Here he's got a normal face. He's still got a weird lightsaber. I don't love the use of binoculars as the lightsaber hilt, but whatever LEGO wants to do, they will do it. So then we get Chopper, again, his little astromech droid, otherwise known as C110P. I didn't actually know the numbers until this, because I don't think they've put it on the box. I think they've only put Chopper. But he's still nice to have. I like the color of his head. And I like that he's like a shorter astromech droid. So maybe we'll see more like actual ones in the future. And then the minifigure that everyone was hyped up about is the adult version of Ahsoka Tano. So it's cool to see her back in the show, especially because she left the Clone Wars and no one really knew what happened to her. Obviously she wasn't in Episode 3, but I love her printing. I'm going to talk about her lightsabers in just a second, other than the fact that they're the same kind of hilts that Asajj Ventress holds. But she has, you can see her head tails have grown much longer, her Leku. And she has a dual-sided face, so here's more of an angry face with some bright blue eyes, and then this side is more of a happy face with bright blue eyes. Just a better look at the leg and torso printing, which I think is nice. And then the printing on this is also pretty nice as well. But one thing I did want to note is they use a slightly different blue. In preliminary pictures, her lightsabers were actually white. Now, in the final model, you can see that they are a different color blue than the standard. So I think that's a nice touch, a good addition to that. I actually like her blue better than the original blue, but that's just my opinion. Anyway, that is the minifigures. So a decent collection, especially if you want a new or older Ahsoka Tano. And if you're a hardcore fan and you want Commander Sato as well. He's not super crazy hard to make yourself. But anyway, let us get into the Pelta class frigate. So like I said, this was a modified health frigate. That's what I was trying to say. Medical transport that they retrofitted to do battle, obviously. And it does get destroyed in the end of its episode. But first things first, in the middle here, like most larger sets, it does have a handle, so you can easily pick it up. And this set is pretty solid when I hold it. You gotta hold it kind of funny, but it's a different handle design, so. Anyway, let's look at some of the details while we are holding it. Here's just some of the side details, as it's cruising past you. We can look at the front details, which I really love how the front is built. Using this piece here. I just like the way that looks. Other side's pretty much the same as the first side. If I hold the set like this, we can see a top view. Couple stickers. 3, there might have been 6 total. I don't remember. There's a couple on the inside. But you can see, obviously some stickers here on the front. This is actually a printed piece, which is very nice. And, yeah. I forgot what I was going to say, so sorry about that. Anyway, here's the bottom. It sits on a very small, this is only 4 studs wide, so you can usually put it in a lot of places. It's very space efficient. And then lastly, let's take a look at the back section, which is the engines, and I think they did a great job. I love the trans neon green. I think it looks really nice for the engines there. And, you can see some of antenna arrays and all that fun stuff that are just not actually features, but just details and all that good stuff. So, let us get into the features of this set. Other than the handle, of course. So these right here on both sides can spin, as you can see. So on both sides, the guns do spin and rotate, and you can obviously shoot the flick fire missile, and I did while I was trying to set this up. Or not the flick fire missile, excuse me, the spring-loaded shooter. Of course, as I usually do, I shot the missile, and it went flying, and I had to go find it before I started the video. But you get 2 of those, and then while we're on the topic of spring-loaded stuff and shootable missiles, you also have 4 stud shooters on these circular pieces here by the engines. I feel like I'm trying to be more coherent. But anyway, just like regular stud shooters, you'd flick the gray lever and it shoots the stud. Yada yada yada. I'm not going to do it because I'll lose them. You guys know how that works. I've lost a billion pieces. Anyway, those are just like little, Lego puts those in there for additional play values when there's not a crazy ton. And there isn't a crazy ton in this set, but it does look very nice, so aesthetically it's very pleasing. And, obviously if you want a medical frigate, if you want to use it for that purpose. Because, apart from the guns, you could really change the colors if you wanted to and make it exactly from the Clone Wars, so that's up to you. Anyway, on to the front. You can take the top panel off. Very simple. No big problems there. And on the inside, you can see. So you can obviously put a minifigure here. And you can put all the rest of the minifigures in there. You could even fit Agent Callus in there if you really want to. He doesn't technically supposed to go in here, but if you're saving space, he does fit. Right here is the extra studs given for the stud shooters in the back. And then right here on this clip is an extra missile for fun. I like this little section right here that they included blue, so you can pretend like it's a window. But other than that, there's not very many features actually in like here. There's no like spinning chairs or the usual type of stuff that's usually included, just because it's smaller and a lot of the pieces went to the different armor platings that you needed to make the shape. Like, I love how these side pieces are on by these Technic. Oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Technic connectors. Double pin connectors. I think that was a cool idea on Lego's part. The way they made this is really nice. Anyway, that just sits on there nicely on 2 studs. It doesn't fall off, so you can flip it upside down if you really wanted to. So see, I am holding it upside down, and the top doesn't fall off. Now, moving on to the middle-ish section. Right here, there's not really any features, but it was just a fun little area to build, like with the wheel and the... I just like intricate little details. That's why I'm really hoping the new Death Star this year is fantastic, because I can't wait for that. But the last feature of the combat frigate, and probably the signature or main part of the set, is if you go to the back and you spin the engine, you can rotate out the wings, and you can also see 4 more engines appear. And that's what takes up the majority of this middle section here, this square section, is all the Technic required to make the wings do what they're supposed to. And they're a little tight, so if you're building and have any problems with like the gears not moving, they do get better once you finish the model. But anyway, I'll put it down. Can't see my arms in the way. Like that, you have the wings out just like it is on the box. It's very nice. They work. I love the shape of the wings. They hit those spot on. Overall, like out of a 10, I'd give the set a solid 8. It's a very nice set. My only like real complaints about the set is it could have been a little bigger. For the price you pay. $110 is quite a bit. I know it's exclusive. That's the other part, is the fact that it's exclusive and you can't get it anywhere but Toys R Us. So if you don't have one, pray it's online. You can find it somewhere. But yeah, other than that, I love the set. I wish it was a little bigger. Trying to remember off the top of my head. I think it's just a little bit smaller than the assault carrier, the last big Rebel set, other than the ATTE that goes on to Frigate, the Imperial Assault Carrier, or whatever. I forget the exact name of it. The one that carries the TIE fighters. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'll put that in like the little bubble thing here. I'll put that review so you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, that's that. It's a little bigger. This set is a little smaller than the one I was just talking about. But the other set does have 400 more pieces, so take your pick. Whatever. Overall, pretty good set, even at the $110 price. I think it's worth the cost. It's just the whole new exclusive thing by LEGO is a little annoying. I wish I would have known that before I went all the way to my local LEGO store, because I didn't have to. I could have went just to Toys R Us and, save some time and some gas money. But whatever, that's just me complaining. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, all that fun stuff. Sooner or later, the Rogue One sets will be out, and I will review them when I get them. I'm excited for those, and hopefully you guys are excited to see what they can and cannot do before you pick them up. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you guys later.